Good day, welcome. My name is Amareisk, and today I will be doing the BookTube-A-Thon Day 5 class reading list challenge for you. I thought it would be fun to do a class on perception, belief and spirituality. And the idea of this challenge is to create a class on whatever topic you want and choose books as a required reading for this class. And as an extra challenge, you have to integrate one of your TBR books into the required reading. For this one, I chose Robert M. Sontag's The Scanner, which has its roots in books like Brave New World and 1984. 1984 is incredibly obvious as a basis for this book, since everything is controlled and checked on, and the government can basically know everything you're doing and everything you are and have. They even check if you can get a child with your significant other, which in my opinion is kind of sick, but also understandable, because this is a dystopian world in which food is very scarce, and having a child is a huge burden on humanity. This, for a simple book that states that it's a children's or Jugend, which is a youth book, which would mean it's probably late middle grade, maybe early YA-ish. The main character, by the way, is 25, which kind of surprised me for a YA type book, but then again, it's Europe, it's a German book, and everything works usually a little bit different here. But this thing let me think, and I actually really quite enjoyed reading it. For the things that were enjoyable, most of them were quite sad and kind of depressing. I really hope this doesn't happen, because what this is about is it takes place in 2035. It's a dystopian sci-fi novel in which the main character is a scanner of books. He looks for people who read books, buys them, scans them, and brings them to his agency. This is the new meaning of a book agent. Instead of discovering good writers who want to sell their books, he looks for people who read the books and, like I said, buys them, scans them, and brings them to his agency. But it's actually heavily censored. Books like 1984 and Brave New World, and there is a couple of other ones mentioned in this book, are not available. It's supposed to be every book is available for everyone for free at any time on ultranets, which is their form of internet. But it is heavily censored, of course, and books that depict the world they are living in, you cannot find on there. Then we go for De Engelenmaker by Stefan Brijs, which has been translated into English to The Angel Maker. This book is about an autistic doctor who has some strange perceptions and views on Christianity, what you should and shouldn't believe, and just on the world in general, because his whole mind is it works different, of course, and he also has some stuff happening in his current life and also stuff that happens in his past, through which his beliefs became skewed a little bit to maybe not the most well thought out things. And now we go to some non-fiction works. First is The Holographic Universe on Spirituality and Perception, which goes into the physics of holographs and how this has to do with the human mind and how we see things, and also the non-fiction of The Biology of Beliefs which is a non-fiction scientific book about exactly what it says, about the brain biology of how belief works. The last two books I haven't read yet because I haven't had the time and chance to plan them into my TBRs, but I really want to. Like I said, it says on the back the science of how thoughts control life, which sounds really interesting and fascinating to me and totally would fit in a class about belief, spirituality, and perception. So this is my required reading list of my class. And I hope you enjoyed this video. This is it for now. Maybe tomorrow with a video for BookTube-A-Thon Day 6. But for now, on tot de keer!